I'm very happy to be with you in this audio video session. This is the class on meditation and spiritual science of the mega movement, Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. This movement is not a office or institution or any company or factory or like this. Movement is a very big movement, like an Indian independence movement. There is no limit for that. Unlimited participation, unlimited activities, unlimited work is the characteristic of this movement. My dear masters, let us also join. Everyone is a boss, everyone is a servant here. Everyone, whoever wants to propagate this kind of use wisdom, use science, spiritual science, whoever wants to propagate, they can do so without any limitations. Absolute freedom is there. So far, and we do in a right way. So we should adhere to the accuracy, we should adhere to the truth, we should adhere to the noble dictums. Okay, my dear masters, thank you very much for your participation. And now we would like to bring upon certain factors of spiritual science. Normally, the society is unaware of, for simple reason that it is not being taught in schools. That's it. So now I will, and we all let us know the intricacies and some insights of this huge science. So now we will go to cover the time and all those things. We will go by PowerPoint presentation, which will is more powerful because Drushya Kavya is more powerful than any other sort of teaching. Listening is okay, and if you see, visuals are more powerful than listening, isn't it? So this PPT also is a little better and fast communication method, and this type of work was there in the olden days also. In fact, people were not aware of that. In the olden days, they framed sutras. They don't know. It is not that they don't know, but they know how to communicate in very less words the huge meaning of the text. So that way, sutras are a reflection that goes to the formation of these PPTs. In the PPT, so many sentences put together, formed and presented in one single sentence. So that is the advantage of the PPTs. Now we would like to make use of that PPT for this class. Okay. Shrikant Garu, let me know whether you are able to share. Now, my dear masters, are you able to see the PPT under sharing screen? Shrikant Garu, are you able?
No, just share chandi. We will be seeing it. Just click the share screen.
Okay, share screen. Right. Now,
and you will see a black color window. Yeah. Now we started seeing.
Okay, PPT. Yes. Now, are you able to see?
PPT. Yeah. Now, yeah. Yes, we are able to see, sir.
Yes. Now,
Yes.
let us go
Press
with that.
F5, sir. Bigger.
Let us go with that. Okay, now what happened? Whether you have the screen of the PPT with you? Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy. Are you able to see?
No, sir. I'm seeing only black screen.
Black screen. It's coming. Okay. Okay. Now, is the screen is coming?
No, sir. I am able to see you.
Okay. Then I have to share the screen.
Share the screen and minimize the Skype, sir. Then you can play the TP.
Okay, share the computer sound and share screen. I have applied share screen also. Now I will play PPT.
Yeah.
Are you able to see the PPT?
Yes, sir. We are able to see. Press F5. For the figures.
It's okay. Now I am just enlarging the screen. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me do it. Now what is happened? You got the PPT in a larger size.
Yeah. We are able to see.
Yes. Now, my dear friends, we'll start with this. First slide is the name of our a wing that is an offshoot of the mega society, a special wing, of PSSM. Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy is a branch or is a wing of Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. Now it is going global. Okay, masters. And the logo you are now seeing, that logo, I will expand it here. Okay. So, my dear masters, you are having a sort of logo that is specially designed for only Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy. In this logo, there are three components out there. One is nobility from love. Okay. So, love and nobility are bracketed. You understand? And then another component is light, which will give us the ability. And third component is power. That power is capability how to deal with the world. Okay. So now there are three components, especially that form part of the whole spiritual science, my dear masters. Love, light, and power are short forms of energy, wisdom, and consciousness. Love is the factor, uh, wisdom is the factor of love. If one is wise, he will become a loving personality. Okay, masters. Otherwise, he cannot love anybody. He can't love himself also. So we need a sort of energy should be there. We must understand. Lot of energy we need to understand people and be able to love. Okay. So that is the energy. And when once you have the energy, you what will happen? The energy will vomit the kind of the kindness and love. Okay, that is a noble virtue. So you must have that sort of energy with you to understand the whole universe and be able to love every creature on this, becoming a loving personality. And we must be able to love even the unlovable people also. We must be able to love along with, apart from humans, we must be in a position to love the animal kingdom and all other creatures available on this planet. The whole universe we must be able to love. That is called a sort of energy body or energy personality, and that is the noble virtue. And second point is light. Light is a sort of wisdom, it bears a torch for you. Okay, it shows the path of life to you. So if wisdom is with us, if we are equipped with the wisdom, then we will be able to see through the right as right. We will be able to identify what is not correct. So this sort of discriminatory faculty is called wisdom. So that is very, very essential, and it's one of the ingredients of our spiritual life. Okay, next content is power. We must have enough power. Power means is not hitting somebody, or it doesn't represent muscle power, whatever it is, in the local, in our society, what we understand. That is not the power. It's not a power of position or anything. It is the, in fact, indicator of power when you are in a position to stand on your own self. Then you have got a good power. You should be able to be independent, and you should be able to do and help yourself. So when you are able to help yourself, we can understand that you have good power. When once you are helping yourself and you have that power, then you can help others also. So helping others uh, happens only when you can help yourself. So in the first instance, we should have that much of mental power and capability and understanding and a loving personality with us, so that we will be able to love ourselves and we can love others also and help others also. So that is the real power, that is called capability of an individual person. So, my dear masters, all the three contents make a person a complete personality, and he will be able to win over the this sort of materialistic world, okay, and remain what we are, and will be a complete personality. Okay, masters. Then we will move on to the subject proper. This is the Pyramid Valley, the big, huge pyramid. This is only for your just for information. We brought it. Okay, this is established in Bangalore city in the year 2003, and it is thrown open to the public after a span of 5 years of construction period. 2008 it has started functioning. Kindly come and visit. You're all welcome. Masters, today let us know what is actually self-discipline. So as I want to actually, the spiritual science is not known to the society. We all know it. So, but why it is not known? Because it is a huge science and it is not taught. That's what we are telling. And then this kind of science, normally much is said and talked about and taught in Sanskrit language. A lot of literature is in the Sanskrit language, and the language is a big obstacle because it is not learned by majority of the society. So that's why it is at a distance, and we are distanced from this sort of spiritual content or knowledge. Okay. Okay. Now, how to understand that sort of that kind of sort of the tough information or a knowledge? How can we catch, or how can we access ourselves to that? That's why we want to bring about this sort of few signs in very simple sentences. Okay, we don't use this sort of vernacular or whatever Sanskrit language. We don't use because people may not be finding it easy to follow. That's the reason why we are bringing about in English very simple sentences we want to bring about, so that some content can be communicated. And it's very important to get hold of the science. That's the reason we want to go with simple sentences. One of the important feature of mega movement PSSM is communicating the very huge thing in a very simple sentences. That is one of the important aspects. Okay, now we bring about the self-discipline. So many people already are aware of self-discipline because there are so many disciplines out there, and everybody knows what is discipline, and everybody talks, cultivate self-discipline like this. In the society, it is not new. All of us, in one stage or the other, we would have heard or we would have been asked to follow self-discipline. Okay. Now let us see what is the meaning in fact, and what is the meaning in the society. Normally in the society, the discipline is supposed to mean obedience to others, obedience to especially elders. You must obey. That is called discipline. Okay. And modesty. You should not be excessive in anything. No shouting, no this and that and all those things. Normally in a very regular way. Okay. Regulations. That is, it reflects a regulated way of conducting our lifestyle. Okay. Then instructions. So we have to obey some instructions, whatever are given for implementation. If you obey, we can say you are disciplined. And apart from this, it is also meaning branch of education. So it is not only taking instructions and all that, it's an education side also we are using this word discipline. See, for instance, say one of our children, they go and opt for some sort of discipline in their engineering subjects. When they go for degree of engineering, they will select one discipline of that, which is normally either communications or telecom or computer science or whatever it is. So any branch of education is also termed as discipline. And further, we can in governmental side or in a company and office establishmental sides, there is a usage of this term for indicating the punishments. So you discipline him properly. That means you just apply some sort of curbs or whatever it is, stricter punishments on him, so that he will mend his way of working. He will mend his way of behavior. Okay? So it also means as discipline. Otherwise, they will say disciplinary action. That means an action which will discipline the pupil. Okay. So for that is also a term used for punishments. So like that, various events, have got the meanings when once they are used. And in that scenario, let us understand how many kinds of disciplines are there normally in the society. As you say, military discipline is there, number one. You must have already heard about it. I need not explain the way how the military staff and military employees or military people conduct themselves with a straight and outlined way of rules and regulations which they have to follow. That is called military discipline, a set of rules. And civil discipline. In the civil also, the society, normal society also has got certain sort of volume of instructions. Then prison discipline, that is also dependent on the number of rules and regulations there. And then school discipline. So in schools and colleges also we find that sort of code of conduct, okay, so that they should follow. And then we have got self-discipline also. Then what is this self-discipline? When once we are all agreeing to the above disciplines, and what more is their self-discipline? So let us understand. Okay, I will show by PPT. This is military discipline, the officer orders, the military commander orders a soldier in this way. He has to obey. And then civil discipline. Here, a citizen of the society has misbehaved or he has stolen something, then he is after the police will be after him, So this is a kind of discipline which we should understand. And then prison discipline. So this is the way how the people take it. Then this is the school discipline, In school, the masters and students, the teachers and students, okay, will adopt. Okay, this is a kind of school discipline. We all understand this. And then what is self-discipline? So this is the kind of discipline where from it has come and what is the meaning of this term. If we understand this, this has got two words. There is self and discipline is there. Self, we should know what it is self, That is the subject of spiritual science, That we'll understand in the coming classes. We discuss amply on this, and at the end of these 25 classes, we hope that people will get to know the core, the truth of the spiritual life. Then self is that, the definition of self is given like this. Self is that which is inside the body but not belonging to the body. You understand? Self is there inside, but it does not belong to us because we leave the body, but self is not dying, it will go away. That is the essence of that is the truth of the self. Okay. And then discipline. So here we have to take the discipline as branch of learning, So like computer science, we should also learn this sort of science. This is an another science like computer science. So that what is that science? What is that discipline? We have to understand. Self-discipline. Discipline from inner person or soul. Discipline from self is called self-discipline. So if we understand that way, we will be able to follow. Next, discipline from soul. Discipline from self. Self-discipline is also called philosophical discipline. It is a spiritual discipline, in fact. Self is called spirit. So the discipline from the spirit is called spiritual discipline. Isn't it? So we can understand that way. Then what is philosophy? So philosophical discipline, that means what is philosophy? Phil means love. Okay. In English, phil, Sophie means a subject. Like theosophy means, theo means God, Sophie means subject. What is theosophical society does? What the meaning of theosophy? Theosophy. Theo means God, Sophie means subject. So theosophy is the subject of God. So philosophy is the subject of love. Phil means love, Sophie means subject. So it is essentially the subject of pure love. Self-discipline. So how you understand the discipline from self? What does it contain? What is that we have to learn in that subject? This subject has no prejudice, there is no bias, greed, cheat, fear, ill will, foolishness, etc. in this subject. If we read this subject, we will not be able to, we will not have any iota of or any point regarding prejudice. So the person who is studying this subject will remove prejudice from his life. He will remove bias from his life, and he will not be greedy at all, and no cheating, and no fear psychosis, and no ill will of others, no ill treatment of others, no foolishness at all. He will be more accurate in all aspects of the life. Okay, so this subject is such which is devoid of all these evil aspects of prejudice, bias, greed, cheat, fear, ill will, foolishness. All these things are now capturing the society to disturb them. Okay, the society will be disturbed today because of all these things creeping in our inner personality. So all these things are not part of spiritual discipline. If you say, I am self-disciplined, then you must remain without all these all these qualities, without all these rubbish things, without all these evil kind of behaviors. All these things should be out. Then only we say we are disciplined. It's not that going according to military rules or going according to schools and disciplines and all those things. This is an important factor of entire life. Self-discipline is the question of conducting your own life, right from first breathing to the last breath. Okay. And it has only, what is that it has? We have said what is not available there. Now this subject speaks on love, light, and power. Love indicates friendship. Friendship plus sacrifice and no conditions. So, masters, we should be able to love, first of all, our own selves. We are made up of very infinite, strong, divine energy called self, soul. We should know. And not only one person, the whole society comprising of all varieties of creatures are all made up of that. So when we are made up of that, we should feel great. We should feel proud of us. We should love ourselves. The great personality which is called omniscient, omnipotent, almighty, all powerful. Okay, that is called knowing the truth. If we don't love ourselves, then you don't know who you are, how you are made of, and how great you are. nothing you know of your own self. That's the reason. First, we should know. We should learn to love ourselves, and we should love others. So, loving others is what is the definition of love? Normally, love can be defined as to be starting with friendship, and you should not feel greater or inferior to the other person whom you are loving with. So, love is a very great quality of every human being. And what is love? Love is called bhakti in Sanskrit. Bhakti, what is bhakti? Bhakti is actually an embodiment of love is called bhakti, you know. If you have bhakti towards your own deity or any person whom you love with, you should sacrifice yourself. You cannot treat something yourself greater than the other person whom you are loving. You should sacrifice your ego, first of all. We are all equal. Then only you will extend your complete love to them. Okay. You should not feel that he is not competent enough for some such thing. You should not think about their weaknesses or whatever it is. We should think about the fact of the loving personality in everybody. Okay, everybody is made up of same self. So that is the analysis. What forms the basis of love? You know, we should love everyone because he is also made up of same thing which we are made up of. Okay, so we are all equal. So the law of oneness should be remembered. So we should love everybody. Okay, sacrifice and no condition should be there. You cannot put any conditions while loving somebody. You can't put that sort of condition unless you speak. I will not speak to you. That's not correct. It will not express any kind of love there. It's a business. If you speak to me, I will speak. That's the business. If you do not speak to me also, I will speak to you because that is my character and my love to you. You may not be knowing the facts that you should love everybody. But since I came to know of that, I realized that, then I will express that and I will behave accordingly. I am not dependent on somebody's knowing or somebody's character. If somebody is shouting on us, it is not necessary that we should shout upon. It is not necessary we should retort. We have to only respond there. No, there is no reaction. See, we are not supposed to act according to others. When they ask or when they initiate or when they say, it is their responsibility. And you have to respond if somebody asks you. Or you have to initiate when you want to say something else. So the other person is not the criteria for your behavior. So let us understand that we should be loving and lovable also. So the first character of us is we should not put a condition. Whether he loves you or not, you have to express your own love there. So that is the kind of behavior the loving personality is expected to. So in the common, in the now general impression, love means nobody knows. It is only a kind of attraction towards male and female. That is not only the love. You can love your father, you can love your mother, you can love your friends, you can love your brother, sister, wife, and everybody you can love, where the loving thing will be a sort of friendship, a sort of accepting the truth of the other individuality and giving respect and reverence to the kind of self which he possesses. Okay. So this is unconditionally. And second factor of spiritual science is light. Light is understanding power. We should be able to identify what is right and what is wrong. This is called wisdom. Wisdom is very, very important for us to choose the right way of, right path of our life. We should choose which way we have to go, because we are provided with a faculty of discrimination. We can have it's also free will, we have free will to choose which way we have to go. So this is the special faculty we are bestowed with when compared to other creatures of the creation. Okay, all other animal kingdom, plant kingdom, or any other kingdom of creatures, they don't have this faculty of choosing anything. The choosing or free will is called intellect. That is called wisdom. Okay. Intellect and wisdom, there is a small difference. Intellect is identifying the materialistic world, and wisdom is identifying the non-visible factors of humanity, like love, kindness, kind heart, compassion. Okay. These sort of things are not seen. So to understand this is called wisdom. It will manage the intellect, whatever you have. Intellect is that identifying all the materialistic and find out what is right and wrong there. That is intellect. Okay. In a way, it is a knowledge, and wisdom is other than from the knowledge. This is the manager, that is the managed one. So this kind of light is called wisdom. That is a path, that is a battery, that is a torch showing the light to you, which way you have to go. Okay. So this is in a way more understanding. Okay. So third factor of our life is power. Power means, as I told already, we should have power to stand on our own legs without depending on others. And we should be able to help others. If you are able to help yourself and others, and we can call you having a great power. Okay. So next slide we'll go, and freedom is love. So we should be able to have a freedom to move about. So the love is the embodiment of your own self. What is love? Bhakti is embodiment of your own self. What is embodiment? Embodiment is, it is, your body is made up of that. And the love and yourself are not separable, inseparable. When somebody is there, he is a loving person, that's all. So love cannot be distanced from him. It is an embodiment of his individuality. When we say somebody, Mahatma Gandhi or Mother Teresa, when you take the name, the love is already expressed there. See, the individual has embodied, the embodiment of that individual is love. Okay. So that is what we should imbibe, that kind of quality in us. Okay, imbibing. That is called embodiment. Okay. So freedom, you should be able to freely act without any conditions. If somebody imposes any conditions on your behavior, then you cannot have a content of love in you. You will develop hatred. If you don't have freedom, then you will develop a sort of enmity, hatred, and all those things. That's why freedom is very important for all of us. And God's love is in flower blossoming. Nature's love is like this, It's an embodiment. Nature itself is love. This is a symbol of love, And then love in animals, they are happy with each other. Natural love. Okay. Mothers love. Fathers love. Childhood friends, These are all loving personalities, grown-up friends. These are Kuchela and Sri Krishna. They are great friends. And lovers love. We should understand each individual's personality, and then a great amount of love will be sprouting there. Then true love, love is not temporary, it is eternal love. Okay. So this is a love in society. We should be expressing our love to all the people around us. Okay. And how this sort of love, light, and power can be acquired. Okay, that is the subject of self-discipline. How these are all things, love, light, and power, we should be able to imbibe and live with that. So how we can cultivate all these qualities in us? So this is called self-discipline. How to cultivate self-discipline in us? Self is called spirit. Self is called soul. Okay. And in Sanskrit, it is termed as Atma. Okay, masters. Sorry, now we are extending our time, another 5 minutes. Okay. So this is it's a kind of qualities, we'll have to imbibe, and how to acquire these things is the subject. So the only one method, one weapon we are given with is meditation. Okay. If we practice meditation, then automatically the qualities of love, light, and power, the qualities of self-discipline, the qualities of the self. So we will be able to acquire them, and then we can go along that path, and that path will give you always a sort of kindness, a sort of compassion, a sort of helping nature, and a sort of fearlessness, a sort of, and being a very good personality, noble personality, and be noble to others also, and make others also noble. Because our energies will also spread to others when you are in the company of many people. So they will also be attracted, they will also be influenced by your energy system. The energy itself is called self, So the system, the energy system emits the kind of character of love, light, and power, So that sort of energy will be spreading among the people around you. So, my dear masters, we should use this weapon of meditation, in fact, which is provided to us by our ancestors. It is an ancient wisdom, in fact, is an ancient system of yoga practices. Yoga is meant only for this. Yoga is for making our life bright and lovable. Okay. Had no turbulence, no sorrow, no disturbance in the life may be there. This is called dukkha rahitya, yogo bhavati dukkha, they say. That is, yoga is meant for removal of sorrow. Dukkha ha means removal, killing. You will kill the sorrow at all. So, we should be devoid of sorrow. We should always be happy, blissful. What is bliss? So, there is no question of any pain or gain, That is called blissful. Bliss is now we don't have any sorrow, nor we have a matter of happiness. We are always without any sort of change in the status of mind, Sthita pragnatva, that is called bliss. We maintain our stability of the mind. Stability of the mind is the gift of meditation. So, my dear masters, now it is already 12:40 is there. So, with this limited time, we have discussed something very important factors of love, and then wisdom, and then helping capacity of us, which form part of the whole spiritual science. And with all that, our life will become very, 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 very bright and very lovable, and that will give us all solutions for our life. There is nothing that will be defeated by love. Any kind of things can be achieved by showing these three kinds of qualities, which are the factors of our meditation. So the meditation gives us all these kinds of spiritual lifestyle. Okay. With this, today I conclude this session, and wishing you all the best, and wishing you all the self-discipline, and not on the societal present meaning. It is that is not that that is not the self, or that is not the discipline. Along with that, actually importantly, the core content of spiritual and self-discipline is explained now. Okay. So with this, let us make our life bright. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll conclude with this session, and I request our master to Master Srikanji to
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
lead us for meditation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful
Nice.
section.
Yes.
Now we will start doing meditation.